Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Independence Stadium for another fixture in the crunch time, the business end of the Debmarine Premiership. We are here for the African Stars, the Tura Derby, African Stars FC versus Tigers FC. And of course, we are looking at other fixtures as we go. We are even getting word of certain teams going ahead in other games. Mighty Gunners apparently scoring a goal against UNAM FC, and Young African versus FC Ongos is still a stalemate as it stands 0-0 between those two teams. So Mighty Gunners and of course Ongos FC defeated by the Red Army yesterday, but Young African still have a hand to play, certainly, as they are second in the log table. Komas Nampol may be blowing their load, losing against Blue Waters earlier today, a big result at the SKW Stadium. Blue Waters essentially giving African Stars a little bit of a favor, and the log table has really changed between yesterday and today. I do have somewhat of an updated log table, but African Stars are still ahead with 50 points. Young African playing FC Ongos right now. Young African having 48 points. And the team in third is still Komas Nampo with one game. They've played one additional game. And because they lost, they still sit with 46 points. And the team in fourth, Mighty Gunners, who have scored against UNAM FC, will probably, if they win that game, go to 46 points. So that 46 line really separates the top two and the next three teams, or 2 to 3 teams. So it might just be African Stars versus Young African, and you must remember the last fixture of the season. It might be over before that time, but the last game of the season is African Stars versus Young African in Hobabus. So imagine if that had to be a title decider. The entire country, the entire football governance will be in Hobabus, and it will be a sight to see. But for today, it is the Katutura derby between the red team, African Stars, and the blue team, Tigers FC. So thank you for joining us on YouTube. Make sure you tune in and tell your football friends and family that we are live. A few spectators here in the stadium for this beautiful Sunday afternoon. The holidays are coming thick and fast throughout this week, or the end of this week and next week. A lot of people not going to work next week, so a good time to make your way to the stadium and enjoy the last, or the business end of the Debmarine Premiership. Yesterday's game was a great 3 points against another tighter contender in Ongos FC. Makonja Tahikika opening the scoring outside of the box, left foot rocket. And then Willie Stefanos just sprinkling some flair and class at the end to make it 2-0 Ongos FC really didn't come to play yesterday. But let's see how both teams come out today. And as I can just hear the players in the tunnel, let me start reading out the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the home team, African Stars. Marvin Kasitura in goal. Ngero Katua left back. Maharero will be starting at centre back. Charles Ambira has been suspended. He received a yellow card in the previous game. So we will sit this one out. Vitapin Garuka alongside Maharero with Tabang Malane at right back. Stiga, Ronald Kechere, captain or captain. And we need to have more interviews with the man that will be leaving at the end of the season, our captain. So I can assure you that after today's game, we'll definitely have an interview with him. Rika Munjua and Godwin Isep will complete the three in midfield, and then up front, the top three, Willie Stefanis, Ibrahim, Yosef, and Makonja Tahikika will be the top three. Gianluca, Paulus, Kambanda, Jomo, Chiveta, Njavera, Dion Dennis, Chatindi, Gasep, Jackson Johannes, Rokoro, and given all the substitutions for Coach Bob Mafoso. For Tigers, it is Edward in goal, the number 23. Number 30, Wellington Chiboni. Number 20, Dwayne Kinda. Number 5, KK Cornelius. Number 26, Makezi Balchans. Number 4, Johannes Unona. Number 15, Devon Somsep. Number 29, Ja Arias Shilongo. Number 6, Shane Schmidt. Number 22, Baggio. And the star man for Tigers, as usual, top goal scorer. Not the current top goal scorer, but he was holding that moniker for a long period of the season. The number 21, Giovanni Caninap. And as substitutions, we have number 19, Ameb. Number 10, Gustav Isat, which is Image. Number 12, Kurusep. Watch out for him. Number 12, Nelly Roy. Number 11, Simeon Nande. Number 14, Asha Uazenga. And to finish off the substitutions, number 17, Shane van Wyk. And that is the complete team for the co-coaches, Jeremy Zimmer and James Brits. And I do believe it was Mr. Brits who just had a word with me at the beginning of the game, and he said, how can you call Vitapin Garuka the strongest man in the league? How does he earn that right? So just some football banter as both teams make their way onto the pitch. So, not a lot of noise in the stadium for what you would call a modern day derby between these two teams. The original Katitura derby, you know those two teams, Black Africa and Lando Pirates. But still, spectators coming into the stadium. And I can assure you, each goal will be important. Tigers, what is at stake for them? Not really a tighter or a title contender. They are currently in 11th with 32 points. Buccaneers are 10th with 32 points as well. Blue Waters above them in 9th with 33 points. So Perhaps a win for Tigers will take them to ninth place, which will be 36 points, 1 point under KK Palace, who is in eighth with 39 points. And just in that mid drift, that mid card, 7th, 8th, ninth, that's probably the best that Tigers could do at the end of the season, as Stars just taking their footage or their photos, team photos for today's game. I can't repeat what the players are saying, but they sound very motivated, encouraged, upbeat for today's game. Tigers just having their huddle, and it is in fact Cornelius, I believe, just getting a splash of water. The conditions are fair, but a little bit hot. There might be a need for a water break at the midway mark, but no, winter is coming, and I think the players will be more than hydrated currently. But kickoff to approach at 4 p.m. So tell your football friends and family that we are live. It is an important 3 points, and as the players just applaud those who have come out to watch the game, thank you as well for joining live on YouTube. African Stars to attack from left to right. And with, on my clock, 30 seconds left to kick off. Knowing that Komas Nampo lost earlier today against Blue Waters, you can already see 7 African Stars players standing on the halfway line. We can expect fireworks from the get-go. And referee trying to be very accurate with his time. I like that. He's a man of principle. And Awilo is already having some words with the officials here on the near touchline. There it is. Another hunt. Another title to win. Another 3 points to gain. Maharero putting a good up and under. And the defender just Cornelius with that header. And it has affected him negatively. It's just a sign for certain players to not take a header straight on like that. And in fact, the ball has to be changed. That one, Cornelius with his head, he made it pop with that header. And Awilo will call that a shot on target. No. Here now is the captain, Cornelius, KK. Chiboni. Kanina. Tigers already playing some sharp football, shot of target from Evan Somsep. It might be a direct approach, and as the saying goes, everyone wants to play well against the champions. Here now is Mahariro. Kasetura not conceding against Ongos FC. You would love that clean sheet. Bakonja clipped off the ball, but referee allowing for advantage. Because the stadium is quite, I would say, empty today, perhaps maybe just 20 to 15 supporters, you can actually hear everyone's shouting or loud response. So, quite interesting. Juja. Yeah. Somebody always gets hurt in a Zizu spin. Juja just trying to make a shimmy of a turn there and impeding the player. Here's KK. Pass intercepted. Awilo. A little bit of a hesitation there, and he gets taken off of the ball. And Godwin Isep committing that foul now. KK to take it. Going right to try and find Darius Shilongo. Nothing doing. It will be a battle between himself and the man with the ball in his hand. Gero Katua. Oh, good touch almost there from Juja. Almost coming off. Rika. Tabang Malane. A welcomed feature back into the team. Chiboni. KK. Pressure on the centre back. Malchance. Baggio. Good play from him. He will be one to orchestrate Baggio, the number 22 for Tigers. And the first battle between those two players ends in a throw-in. Gero and Shilongo. This is Kinda at the throw, finding Kaninab. Watch everything that he does, Giovanni Kaninab. Otherwise, he will punish you. That's a goal kick. Good defense there from Stars. So earlier on in the season, it was a 1-1 draw between these two teams. Giovanni Kaninab, in fact, scoring a penalty, and Bakonja Taikika replying with a penalty of our own. And 1-1 was that scoreline. So these guys are sharing blood. Baggio with that through ball. Kazitura will have to come to collect. He does. Good touch there from the player. Chiboni now at the back heel. Referee bringing it back to that foul. Chance will take it. Bell Chance. Tigers players having their names behind on their jerseys. It's only a few teams that have the privilege of accomplishing that. Chiboni takes it in the area. Two players. The linesman has his flag up, or her flag up, for offside. And the ball gets taken out of the back of the net. Awilo almost outsmarting his defender, KK. Collected by Edward. So what do we call Edward now? EE or Eddie? No, we'll call him Edward, the goalkeeper for Tigers FC. Here is Lukaku, as he wishes to be called, Marvin Kasetura. Garuka. Bad pass from Garuka there. Chilongo. Good turn there and cutting. Chilongo now receives the ball back. The battle between those two, and Ngero Katua committing almost a heinous foul. He might have used maybe his arm or some sort. And that is what I said earlier. The battle between those two will be one to watch. No yellow card, just a foul. But we can continue to watch that corner to see how Katua does up against Jarius Shilongo. Interesting angle here. What will the Tigers players do? They're going for goal, and it's just hit the side netting. The referee is coming over to perhaps have some words with. That's a yellow card for Stiga. Very, very unnecessary here. And another yellow card for Marvin Kasetura. But Tapin Garuka is still pleading his case, or their case collectively. It's very odd to see Stiga getting into the book for what you would only call dissent. I mean, he is a lawyer. He understands what talking in contempt would prevail to do, and he's received a yellow card. 2 yellow cards in flash concession for Kasetura and Kechiere. Maharero. KK with the header. Stiga now taking the ball from Somsep. He will run. He feels energized. Stiga. Here is now Kinda looking for his target man. Good header from Maharero. Tigers now still in the attack. Kanina, Baggio. Garuka was in the right place at the right time. Chance now to take a shot from Somsep. Goes wide. Oh! And from my viewing, you can only call that maybe ball to hand. But he definitely hit that area. The referee made just a gesture to just say that, no, natural position, so I can't allow that. Kaninab with a flick on header. And Stars can just slightly exhale. Juja will get that ball after Chiboni's header wasn't successful. It's in the area for Awilo. And now another call for handball, and the referee again alluding to the fact that it might be ball to hand. First corner of the game going to the Red Army. The Red Army, apologies. The Wizard, Awilo, to take it. Oh, that's a beautiful chance for Maharero at that near post. And it ends up as no opportunity there. So in fact, the last time Tigers beat African Stars was in 2019 May. That's the last time they had bragging rights in this Katutura derby, a 1-0 victory. Other than that, it's been a few draws. The season, last season, no, the season before last season, 2-0 draws between the two teams. And before that, essentially last season, Stars won 2-0 and 2-2. And of course, this season, a 1-1 draw. And today's game, that 1-1 draw was in game week 13. Wellington Chiboni asking for options to take the throw-in. That was Baggio, the number 22. Good footwork there from Godwin. Malane finding Juja and Stobway with another rocket. You know he can hit them. And Kunja is really finding his shooting boots in this business end of the season. It's good to see. It's good to know. Any chance he gets, he will hit them. Malane and I believe that was Unona just having a little bit of afters. High foot from two players. Juja, Rika. That ball just going back to the goalkeeper. So just have a look out for Malane versus the number 4, Unona. The left back, Awilo almost trying to beat a group of Tigers players there. Kanina, Stiga. And as I was saying, Tabang Malane, the right back for African Stars, and the number 4, Johannes Unona, in your picture right now, the two closest players. Just watch how they are interacting with each other. They had some physicality that I saw off camera. So another battle on this left wing for Tigers. Chiboni. Kaninab, the only player putting pressure on Maharero. Throw in to Stars. Stefanos. Oh, that's a handball. And even from deep in our own half, these free kicks are important. A beautiful lofted ball for Juja, maybe using his hand to control it. The referee allowing play on. Tigers come out with it. Chilongo. Good work from Katua. Juja almost chesting it down into the area for Bakonja to feed off of. Kaninab tries to put it down for Somsep. Here now is Devon Somsep and fouled from Rika. African Stars committing 4 fouls or 5 fouls already in the first 15 minutes. And funny enough, Tigers have not committed 1 just yet. Deruka is there, but the header comes from Baggio. And a good catch from the well-supported Marvin Kasetura. The fans really love him. Godwin has found space. But in fact, what has happened now, that the throw-in needs to be taken from a more back area. 1-2, not coming off. Chiboni clears. Stiga will change play. Here now is Yosef. Up against Kinda. And Kinda has done his job. Juja with that header, almost finding space, but well caught out from the defense. Here's Baggio now. He just glides through that midfield space. Unona beating Stiga, puts the cross in. Katua, or I believe Maharero, clearing with his chest. Good job from him. Bakonja now and Awilo couldn't come off with that 1-2, and two Tigers players just getting a little bit mixed up there. Somsep. Chilongo. James Britt, co-coach. You can just hear him asking his players for more. Almost a flick there from Bakonja. Back into the hands of Tigers. Unona, he's going to take a shot. Eish. So do we write that as a off-target attempt, or just something that a player wanted to do on his own time? Perhaps he's just telling us that he does have a left foot shot. The number 4, Johannes Unona, playing on this left wing. Maharero already having a few important interceptions in this early stage of the first half. Katua cutting in, finding Juja. There's an overlap. Hasn't been found. Willow has been found. Couldn't keep the ball down for Godwin. And now here's Baggio. He will try to beat Malane. A tall player versus the shortest player. Good 1-2 between the two Tigers players. It's into the box. But Kasetura will collect, and no. The referee will not have a decision to make against Stars. For I believe Devon Somsep, who came in rushing, was just bundled off the ball from the strongest man in the league. And that is one of the reasons why we call him that, Bitapingaruka, because when you knock against him or you are tackling him, you will come off worst. But other results are definitely still something that we have to keep an eye out for. And one of the big moments already in the season is that two teams have been relegated. We will say goodbye to Kukatops, who definitely have been relegated with 9 points only this season, 18 losses, 1 victory, 6 draws. Juja in the area, he maybe had the chance to maybe have an acrobatic volley. Great ball from Maharero to find him. And Blue Boys have been also confirmed relegated today as they came up against Young Brazilians, and the game was set up that whoever won that game was had another day to fight to get out of the relegation zone. Whoever lost was definitely relegated, and Blue Boys were defeated. Maharero with the up and under, and I think he did the right thing there against Kasetura's wishes to come collect the ball. Here now is Baggio, and Stefanus just gives it into touch. Chiboni, Baggio, always trying to get involved. You can hear him shouting, yes, Baggio. Unona, again, he's doing his own thing here. Johannes Unona. Don't know if that was a cross or a shot. I can't really put that as a shot of target. Caught in two minds there. Mahara looking for that pass for Juja once more, but looking for the sensible pass to Garuka Katua. Oh, a collision there, a very interesting collision between four players. It's a foul, even against African Stars. And there are two yellow cards as a reminder for Descent, Hasetura and Stiga. So no cards given for rash challenges in this Katutura derby. Still no. In the box, KK is there with the header, but a foul. A tall man, Cornelius, the captain for Tigers. So when those set pieces come into the box, he will be a formidable force. This would be a great time. And those balls are quite interesting. Centre back to centre back. Cornelius, Juja. Godwin will clean up that pass. There's a through ball there. And Juja must. And Katua takes a shot. It's going to be ruled off as offside, but who was offside? Juja didn't touch the ball. Bakonja had it, and yes, Juja was offside, but the ball did not fall to Juja. It fell to the overlapping player, Higero Katua, who took the shot. And that is a clear, ladies and gentlemen, you could call me wrong. The linesman could be right, but just have a little bit of a replay on the device on YouTube, and you can see what I'm trying to maybe say. And perhaps Makonja was the player that was offside. Didn't look like it, but the game continues nonetheless. Good running from Katua to overlap like that, and Balchance just puts it into touch. Here now is Juja. Katua up against two players, and yes, he wins the free kick. Taken too quickly for the referee's liking. Coach James Brits just having words with his star man Giovanni Kaninab to maybe drift wide. Makonja will take this free kick with his natural left. It looks like a good one. It is in the area, and that is beautiful football. And the Wizard, with a chester, scores once again to put Tigers to sleep. 1-0 to the Red Army. Beautiful free kick from Bakonja, a natural left foot, sending it to the back post for Juja. Once again, I tell you how important he is aerially. If the ball's in the air, he will be able to hit it on target or to find one of his teammates. And he found Willie Stefanis with that header. 25th minute of the game. African Stars 1, Tigers FC no. Looks like a great weekend so far. And it's just great football when a free kick, two headers, and that's how it goes into the back of the net, not touching the ground. It just shows the class and the form that African Stars is in currently. And in fact, that was their first attempt on goal, or yeah, attempt on goal for African Stars. That header, they had an attempt off target, but with the first attempt on goal, they have taken the lead. Here now, Godwin Isip. And Godwin will just have to be a little bit quicker with his passes. Maharero was in support there. Chiboni, Unona, Baggio. Bakonja just flicking it to Willow, and he couldn't control it, but Stars come out with the throw. Juja almost flicking it to Bakonja. Juja playing well so far in this game, coming up with that easy through ball to Shilongo, and Marvin Kasetura has committed himself, and he did enough to put Shilongo off his concentration. And it is a corner, the first corner for Tigers in this game. But a good through ball from the star player, Giovanni Kaninap, and the overlapping player, Jarius Shilongo, having his attempt on goal just partially saved from Kasetura. First corner of the game for Tigers. The referee just listening to how the players are talking to each other. As I said, the stadium is not too full, so we can hear most of everything that is being said. Oh, that's a beautiful ball from Kinda, but it has been caught out. And there is a player that is down on the ground. There is an offside call, but the medical staff will have to come assess, and it is Mitabin Garuka. A head injury, and the way he's just seated or on his knees there, it tells me that he might have a bloody nose, or definitely something, a sharp jab maybe to the eyes. Assistant coach Benny Housep just bringing Godwin Isep over to have some words with him, and head coach Bob Mafoso having words with Bakonja Taikika, and in the same vein, co-coach Jeremy Zimmer having words with his left back Chiboni. But ladies and gentlemen, in your picture, you can still see the medical assessment to Bitapin Garuka, and I'm telling you, just the way he is seated or on his knees, there is maybe something with his face, or he took a knock to the face. Does not look good. But yes, at the 30-minute mark, it is 1-0 to African Stars, a scoreline that will look very good on the social webs or the social media. Everyone is on their phones at different stadiums in the country looking at certain results, wondering how the end of the Debmarine Premiership will go. And again, just the other fixtures that we need to pay attention to. Young African versus Ongos FC. And we are able to interact with you, 180 of you on YouTube. So I'm just going to say hi. And we'll ask you for your final score prediction. Let us know what you believe the final score will be of this game. Willow has now scored his 8th goal of the season. He scored yesterday, and now he's scored his 8th. And ladies and gentlemen, it's really not looking good for Vitapin Garuka. And perhaps maybe Awilo can get to double figures in goal scoring. He's always done that for the past 3 seasons. He's always been in double figures for his assists and his goals. He has 14 assists. And Vicky is saying score prediction or final score prediction will be 1-0. I guess, Vicky, you are half of the way there. And Innocent saying 2-0. Bakonja will score in this game. And Muka saying that Tigers will actually, in fact, score 2 goals to make it 2-1 to Tigers. So a comeback is what Muka is alluding to. And as you can see in your picture, the strongest, and this is exactly what happened earlier before the game started when Coach James Brits came to me and said, why do you call Vitapin Garuka the strongest man in the league? His shoulder was popped out. Maharero popped it back in one of the previous games, I believe 3 games ago. And now has received a head injury, which I believe has perhaps busted him open. He gets a medical wrap around his head, but he will continue the game, perhaps. If the result is in the bag, I would advise him to be substituted, perhaps, because it does look like a nasty injury. But he's jogging, he's running, and he might re-enter the game shortly. And that's the round of applause that you can hear from the Independence Stadium. The Red Army supporters giving a round of applause to Vitapin Garuka. He now has a signature look to him with that white wrapping. Free kick, Bakonja, same area. Tigers come out with Baggio. He will change play. You could see what he was trying to do there to try and find Chilongo. But Kazetura was privy to that, and Garuka has re-entered the game. Willie Stefanis scored the goal. And most of you saying 2-0 to African Stars. Maharero, Awilo, Malane. Almost down the line to Godwin Isaac, but Chiboni with that interception. And he's disappointed with his front 3, telling them that you must defend from the front. Malane to find Juja. Definitely a handball there. Edward, goalkeeper for Tigers. And Tigers' form has been a loss. They suffered a loss in yesterday's game up against, that was Young African. It's not a shameful loss. Young African have been a very excellent team throughout the season. They are in second, of course. So 1-0 defeat. And the games before that, they won, drew 2 games, and lost. Had another loss after those, or before those 2 draws. So that is their form. Baggio, he had the easy pass down the line to Shiboni, but he tried to find Unona. KK. No, no. African Stars' form is 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. That ball from Maharero has been excellent so far this game. Always finding Juja. And Juja almost finding Awilo once again. He had the assist for the goal, Ibrahim Yosef, and he almost had another one there. Once again, a beautiful ball from Maharero to find Juja. Karuka clearing. Here now is Schmidt. Hasn't really had a lot of the ball. The number 6, Shane Schmidt. And it's really an African Stars team that's really coasting throughout this first half. No foul there from Godwin. Awilo almost trapping the ball into his clutches. And Chiboni is able to prevent the corner from happening. James Brits is having strong words with his defenders. Stefanus. Unona down the line, but he could only find Malane. Malane can find Juja. And that is a chipped attempt clearly over the crossbar. Oscars will finish with 3 goals today. And Bakonja will score 2. Let's see how that goes. Here now is Juja once more. Getting really involved in the game. You can always love his play once he gets more involved. And that's a beautiful run there from our captain. Bakonja found him once more. And Stiga would have loved to have found Bakonja, and Stiga just putting his hands up for apologies. But no need to apologize. Good run from him. Good 1-2. And Stars come out with the corner. Willie Stefanus to take it. To the back post. 4 players involved. Maharero might have gotten that touch. And a Tigers player is just remained. I believe that is Chiboni. Definitely one result to keep an eye out for as I am still viewing the chat on YouTube. Young African versus Ongo. So if anyone has that scoreline, please update us. Here now is Juja, who has changed flanks. Almost finding Bakonja. But Shane gets the ball. Edward pressured. Malane. Chiboni being called from his players. Another good interception from Maharero. Good game from him. Stefanus, let's see how he controls that. No, he finds the pass. Good 1-2 between him and Bakonja. Beating 2 players. Can he score one of his better goals this season? The chance is wide. And I might be remiss when I say this, but that loss against KK Palace, while it was a disappointing one, KK Palace just played brilliant football. It's really one of the performances of my viewing as a commentator against African Stars. But that loss maybe just gave African Stars the ideology that you are not made out of glass. And the last two games, Stars have really shown class throughout the game. FC Ongos, and now today, perhaps that loss just gave them the chance to exhale and to breathe again. Because now form is very important in the last three games of the season. This is the last home game. We will be in Okahanja next. Baggio, trying to chuff a few players and the pass doesn't come off. Unona, Stiga against Baggio, Somsep, and Maharero once more. No nonsense from him. Ooh, good touch there. And the drop of the shoulder from Shilongo. And that is another tough challenge from Vitapin Garuka. Doesn't even get the foul. Only a throw-in. Shane up against Godwin. Rika comes into support and Godwin comes out with it. Awilo just had his toes cut. Referee not allowing that to be a free kick. African Stars now really just showing calm to the spectators here at the Independence Stadium. And for 200 of you watching live, Baggio, Chiboni, Kodonaisep almost pulling the pants of Chiboni. But you could see what he was trying to do there. And if that came off, I don't know how I would have reacted. Good little skill there from Kodonaisep. Johannes Unona to take it. He had two very questionable kicks with his left foot. Let's see how this one flies. And Katua doing enough. You can even hear the spectators at the far end of the stadium shouting at Miguero to perhaps do something in his defensive play. But he's done well. Only had one real challenge that was a very hot-head challenge. Here's Juja now. He can make an easy pass to Malane. And Malane almost getting a penalty. It looked like it hit the hand of KK, Cornelius. The referee waving it away. Kasetura maybe could have allowed that to just roll out. KK with the header. It's found Kinda. Kinda will go wide to Shilongo. Shilongo up against Katua. And Shilongo left the ball behind, trying to fool Katua, but nope. Katua is a natural midfielder. He knows what those things are about, and throw into Tigers. And what you would call the super striker, Giovanni Canina, number 21 for Tigers, really not involved in this game. Maybe now Shilongo can put it into the box. Malani with a good intervention. Chiboni up against Juja, and that's a good foul. Won by Juja. And the referee just calling over. It is now Wellington Chiboni to calm down. Doesn't want to get himself into the referee's book. And now Juja commits the foul against the player that he won the foul from just previously. Those two players getting slightly acquainted with each other. Closing stages of the first half. A goal scored at the 25th minute from Willie Stefanos, the Wizard. African Stars would definitely demand to go into this halfway break uh, with a clean sheet and would probably want to finish this game with a clean sheet, as goal difference is important when it gets tight at the top of the table. Edward going wide. One Tigers supporter just shouting to Mr. Ref, check your time, as there is a belief that African Stars is perhaps maybe time wasting slightly. I would maybe call it more relaxed. But 1-0 is still a dangerous scoreline. Definitely a second goal will have to confirm this victory. A off-target attempt from Baggio. Very tame and easy for Casetura. Let's see if Maharero will try and find Awilo, who's on the left wing. No, finds Garuka. Isep, good touch, first touch. Juja coming deep to come to collect. Good pass from him. Good play from Stars. Juja going to the back post. He has found Awilo, but couldn't control that. And that is half time. So the last two players that have touched the ball, Awilo and Juja, just there, are the players that have given African Stars the lead. A free kick taken by Bakonja Chahikika to put it onto the head of Juja, and subsequently headering it to Awilo, who then headed it into the back of the net at the 25th minute to give us the scoreline at the halftime break. African Stars 1, Tigers FC no. Stay tuned for an exciting second half. Welcome back to the Independence Stadium live. We are on YouTube. Make sure you follow all African Stars platforms at African Stars TV on YouTube and African Stars on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's interesting times to definitely pay attention to everything that the Debmarine defending champions are getting up to. This is the final home game of the season for the Red Army, the Katutura Derby. And it's going well. 1-0. Willie Stefanus scoring his 8th goal of the season. So let us see if the game can be confirmed and nipped in a bud. Interesting results around the country. We're still waiting for that result between Young African and Ongos FC. If you know that result, put it in the chat on YouTube. But once again, thank you for joining us live. Tasetura to just bring it back into play. No substitutions. Just the same 11 for both teams. Unona. Chiboni. Unona. Good turn from him. And Maharero just got I saw that. He just got a slap on the side of the face from Kaninab. And he's a... And we can confirm that Ongos FC and Young African have drawn 1-1. That makes it very interesting at the top of the table. Ongos FC doing a favor for African Stars. 1-1 is that result at the SKW Stadium. So the top of the table is starting to have a little bit of gaps. Awilo with some trickery as he puts the cross in. Cleared from Balchance. Here now is Juja. Gero almost coming for that overlap. Unona. Kaninab watching the bounce. But Garuka is there. Keep a ball. You can hear him shouting for that Edward. And it now comes out for Kinda. Juja just clearing his lines. Kinda. Tackled from Juja. Good play from him. Still conceding the throw. Gero Katua not protesting. The foul is given. You could see how the comedy of how Gero Katua conducts his business. And knowing that result at the SKW Stadium between Young African and Ongos FC, this 3 points becomes even more important. Definitely wouldn't want Tigers to come up with a equalizer. But the players don't know that scoreline in SKW, so they're just playing their game. 3 points is a demand nonetheless. Good flick there from Awilo to find Bakonja. Bakonja goes wide to Juja, but still he won that free kick. And it is Balchance. Just having some words with the referee, wondering why that foul was given, and he has to be pulled away from the rest of his team. And this is now interesting times for this free kick. It will be Makonja and Willie Stefanos who are really the two standout players for African Stars this season. It's right in the center, maybe just a little bit to the left. Awilo is really positioning his feet to take it. It just hits the wall. Makonja, though, keeps the ball alive. Ah, there's the throw in. Chibondi to take it. Kanina Bajo puts it down. Bajo with the overlap from Kaninab. He will take a shot with his left. He doesn't pull the trigger. And Unona blasted it up against Maharero. Here is Johannes Unona once more, trying to win the corner. Still in the area for Bajo. It's drifted to Kinda. And now Shilongo puts a nutmeg or junkie up against Ngero Katua, but Katua comes out with the ball, finds Godwin. Oh, that's a beautiful shift of feet from Godwin Isep, and he still wins the free kick. Good work there from Godwin. Stalile is the chant here at the Independence Stadium. Still 1-0 to the Red Army. Balchance headering that ball out. It is offside against Juja. And Balchance maybe just coming up with a slight hamstring as he was trying to clear that. He's running a little bit gingerly, the number 26 centre back for Tigers. We'll watch him as the game goes on. And it is interesting that now African Stars are playing towards the sun. The goalkeeper, Edward is really off his line, but no opportunity to have a strike on goal. And Katua is smart to just win that free kick. And yeah, as I said, Makis Belchance, it is a groin injury. You can just see there what he's holding. Or perhaps it's maybe his hip. Definitely looks like a groin. And you don't want a groin injury to progress to stage 1 or stage 2. I, in fact, personally have a 3-month stage 2 groin injury. Even now, I still feel it. So groin injuries are definitely something you don't want to play with. While chance is off. So Tigers are currently down to 10 men. Here now is Katua in the midfield. Malane. Changing play, and KK had to do something because Juja is in the area. He had a beautiful chest down to Awilo, but Tigers did enough. That would have been a lovely goal if Juja had an assist, his second assist of the game from his chest. Oh, a little bit of a skip there for Marero, who has had a very good first half, coming in for Charles Ambira, who has been suspended for an accumulation of yellow cards, and Malane playing with his food. could just see Stiga trying to get that interception ball, but Baggio was smart enough to come out with it. Here now is Shilongo up against Katua. And that was clearly a throw into African Stars. I saw that live. Maybe the linesman just giving the benefit of the doubt because Katua was coming in a little bit too rough. Garuka still headering the ball even though he has tape around his head. Stiga captain, just intercepted. Here come Tigers now. Stiga is back in formation. Rika Mujua calms things down in that midfield. Tigers with a little sense of urgency now. Here's Shilongo. Hey, a la flip-flap that Ronaldinho used to do. But he was burned by us, the red shirts of African Stars. Free kick in an interesting area, and I can say that Tigers are preparing a substitution. I am seeing Simeon Nande being prepared to enter the game. But here now is the free kick with Somsep and Chibondi, who does take it. Kinda is at that back post. Good punch or intervention from Kasetura down the line from Juja to find the wizard. He looks up. It's a little chip. It doesn't find Bakonja, but you could see what he was trying to do there, Willie Stefanis. Good run from him. Good pass from Juja. African Stars can start again. Awilo back to his captain, Kechiere. You could see that chip. Malane is still on side. And that's a beautiful pass to find Godwin. Just needed that final pass, but good play from Stars. As Tigers were building in confidence themselves, Stars might find a second goal here. Awilo beating two players. And then he just gets stuck in the turf. Rika and Balchans coming with a really tough challenge. Luckily, Mujua wasn't caught by that. Here's Garuka now running through the midfield. He might want to go wide, dribbling through 3-4 players. He still has the ball. He's been swiped off that. There has to be a yellow card, but the play goes on. Now the referee brings it back into the fray, and here comes the yellow card for the number. I will confirm now, but I'm watching him. I believe it's Devon Somsep. But how can the Tigers players argue? Mutapin Karuka was clearly impeded there. He dribbled 4 or 5 players. And is that a red card? No, that can't be. As Tigers have not, only now have they received the first yellow of the game, but Balchance is just walking to his dugout because he does believe that he will be substituted. Garuka is fine to continue as always. Balchance just re-enters the game. The substitution's not made just yet. The referee coming over to his fourth official just to have some guidance about something. And you can just see the fourth official pointing at a certain player. And now the referee calling that player over to have some words. Who is this? There's a yellow card. No, yes. Correct. Yeah, that's good work from the officiating and the fourth official to point out that Devon Somsep was not the player that should have been yellow carded. It was Balchance, and Balchance even clapping, saying that it was me. So a good officiating there from the referees. Bakoja with the free kick. Safe hands from Edward. It's still 1-0, and that scoreline is a little bit of a tricky one, even though you can see that Tigers maybe not having any clear-cut opportunities. They just had maybe 5 minutes of life 5 minutes ago, but African Stars definitely want to get that second goal. Young African versus Ongos FC. It's 1-1 between the two. Here's Malane. Can he take a shot himself? He will. Ah, it's wide. But still earning a round of applause from the Red Army supporters. 3 substitutions now for Tigers FC. I am seeing number 10, number 11, and number 14. Number 10 is Gustav Image Isak, a player that I played football with. He will be coming on for, Belchance is the first substituted player. Image enters the game. Number 11, Simeon Nande comes on. And number 14, Asha Uazenga, who is a defender. And it is Jorias Shilongo, the right winger, that comes off as well for Tigers. Pakonja up against KK. Cornelius, he looks up. He finds Godwin. Isep up against 2 players. Maybe he will try to get the corner. He's been robbed. Tigers can come out now. Baggio threading a pass to the midfield. Just a small touch now for Kinda. Kaninap, not really involved. A player that has 12 goals in the season. Foul throw. And the throw-in will have to just be retaken, but yeah, that's fair enough. Down the line for Somsep, and a tough challenge there from Katua. He's disappointed to win the corner, but yeah, first corner of the second half going to Tigers. And watch out for Gustav Image Isak. He's a very crafty player, the number 10. Maybe his fitness and his age has come to meet him, but still very creative, and Katua with that header out. Sonsep. Cornelius couldn't latch on there. Kasetura has to come into his box and just picks up easy. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Let us know who you believe, or what you believe the final scoreline of the game will be. It's 1-0 still. Willie Stefanis, 25th minute. Rika Mujua stealing the ball in the area up against Edward. Edward comes out. He needs to put it into the box. And KK Cornelius doing well. Godwin. Back to Mahariro. Easy play now from Stars. Good ball retention. Good possession. And that ball from Mahariro has been excellent. Juja, you had to be offside. But another beautiful pass from Mahariro to find Juja. That has happened maybe 4 or 5 times in this game. Vicky is still saying 1-0. Thank you, Vicky. That ball's interesting, and Mahariro had to do the right thing. No handball. A call from the dugout from Tigers. Stars with Awilo can bring it out. Pakonja's a little bit offside. And between the 2 players, they couldn't find sufficient support for Awilo. Here's now Kaninap. Kinda. Baggio. Somsep. Garuka. Strong. Katua rash, and that's a foul. African Stars shouldn't lose their heads. They should not lose their heads in this game, as Tigers maybe with, of course, Gustav Image, Simeon Nande, two attacking changes being made. Oh, the number 4, Johannes Unona, was the other player substituted. Apologies. African Stars preparing two substitutions of their own. Jomo and Kambanda, two players that will enter shortly. Somsep with this free kick. It's a header. It's wide. Thankfully. And Venji in the chat just saying that she's sure that we will score more. And with these substitutions being made, hopefully Jomo Chiveta can be one of those players that kills off this game. Ibrahim Yosef Juja coming off for Jomo Chiveta. He's had a good game, Juja. He's had a good game. And Gordon Isep is coming off now for Edmund Kambanda. So what I believe will happen now, Kambanda will go back to his comfortable position at left back. And yes, indeed, Ngero Katua will come into midfield as a defensive midfielder alongside Stiga and Rika Mujua, as you can just see on the ball, winning that free kick, will be the most attacking midfielder, but he will not be necessarily attacking. He will still be just a central midfielder. African Stars maybe just becoming a little bit defensive, even though Jomo has entered the game as an attacking option on the left wing. Katua and Stefanos are the two players. I would love to see Ngero try and take a shot here. It will be Awilo though. Oh! It is a corner. Very good save from Edward. A good snap free kick shot there from Awilo. Low and hard. The Honda saying Rika will score. He hasn't scored this season. He had an assist in the previous game yesterday, so he hasn't opened his account just yet. Rika Munjua. Here he takes a shot. It's blocked. Garuka goes back to Malane. Malane puts it back into the fray, and Awilo is just smart enough to leave that. Kaninab. Asha Uazenga. You can hear the players calling him Asha. Image. Almost trying to beat Stiga. Those two players definitely know each other. Kambanda with the defensive header. And Mujua will earn a yellow card. The first yellow card for African Stars. Rika Mujua. So, Vihonda, you said Rika will score. In fact, he will get a yellow card. And that's just Devon Somsep who received that challenge from Rika. That's a goal kick. And still, 1-0 is a nervy scoreline. That ball was rolling, so it will have to be retaken. But again, even though the game is in the ascendancy, even though Young African have drawn against FC Ongos and Komas Nampo suffered a defeat earlier on today against Blue Waters, A 1-0 scoreline is still a scary one. Asha with the header. Stiga brings it slightly down, goes wide to his partner in crime, Tabang Malane. Malane doesn't normally want to use his left foot, but good defensive work from the substitute, Simeon Nande. Ah, beautiful flick from Awilo. Pakoja on his left foot. He might hit it. He can. It's blocked. Katua. Oh my goodness. Just clearing the ball anyway will do. Fongero Katua, that's a goal kick. But he's not on a yellow card, Ngero. Malane needs to defend now against Nande. Good work from Tabag Malane. And, oh no, he's gone down. Malane, he seems okay. Definitely a player that African Stars want to keep throughout the final games of the season. And it is a final stretch of the season that will be very interesting. Vionga. Yes, apologies, Vionga. Okahanja United, Mighty Gunners, and Young African, the last three teams that Stars will go up against. It's a foul. Kinda will take it. In the area but of target, and Maherero just having words with his goalkeeper to say, could you have not come to collect? Probably not. And Mighty Gunners, I believe, can be confirmed as a draw versus Bucks Buccaneers. So very good results for African Stars. Here's Awilo now being pressured. And Awilo smart enough to just get that throw in. Asha. Oh, he puts it, gives it back to basically Awilo. And Awilo was trying to win that corner. Katua. Jomo. Jomo Tiveta can maybe go through the legs of the player because he's presenting it as such. Maybe try to find a junkie. Jomo's on side, so he can attack that ball against Kinda. And can't keep it in. Ball still in the air. Needs to be put down. Nande. Here now is Nande. Chiboni. A little chip. Maharero had to come with the header, and that's a bad kick against Tabang Malani, and I think that might be an injury. That was bad. Let him stand up when he wants to. No need to try and pull the player up after swiping his leg, his standing leg. Apologies accepted. Sergio Ramos mentality from Katua. Yes, indeed. Southwest African hippie. That's a very good statement. He does remind me of Sergio Ramos. In fact, Pepe as well from Real Madrid. If you know, you know. But still a 1-0 scoreline. Willie Stefanus giving us the lead in the 25th minute. Could that really be the fine margins of what 3 points would mean to the Red Army in what has been a beautiful weekend after a disastrous one last weekend against Chula Chula and KK Palace? It has turned around into something beautiful. Oh, that ball is awkward. It's fine, Kaninam. And that's why Marvin Kasetura has been selected. Positioning. Oh no, he's cleared it awkwardly. It's gone through the legs of Gero Katua and it's just outside the box. Just outside the box. And just as I was about to praise Marvin Kasetura for a positional save, there's a difference between a diving save and a positional save against Giovanni Kaninab. He was very happy with his work and he cleared the ball very awkwardly. Kaninab had a second opportunity, putting it or giving Mutapin Garuka a junkie, and Garuka had to either the ball is going or the player is going. One of them, both of them cannot go, committing the foul just outside of the box. This is why 1-0 score lines are so scary. It is the number 11, Nande Chiboni, who has a left foot, the left back, the number 30, and I believe Devon Somsep. Those are the three players lining up. It is Nande. It's hit the wall. A player has gone down. It's blocked once more. KK will shoot over the crossbar, and there is a player down. Two players, in fact. Tigers and Stars. Kambanda, I believe. No, not Kambanda. But Maharero, I believe, received the brunt of that hit that was blocked. Perhaps having almost a man of the match performance today, Maharero, at centre back. It's not often that a centre back can play football and impress towards a man of the match performance, but I believe he's done well, threading passes from his position. Of course, Awilo has also been involved, but perhaps maybe an interview with Maharero would be an interesting one. Haven't done that before. Mr. Jan Japan, a nickname given to perhaps Bakonja Chaikika, saying that he will score. Jomo, of course, Malka is the number one supporter of Jomo Chiveta. Welcome. Rika going wide now to Jomo. Jomo tried to change play, almost finding Awilo. Awilo wants it. He has it. Kambanda in support. Oh, and normally he would have easily put that ball in. But just a missed timed kick there from Edmund Kambanda. Substitution for Tigers. It does see Devon Somsep coming off for Pitsi Ameb. Maharero clearing his lines. Bakonja up against Cornelius. Cornelius is strong. Bajo is there against Katua. And it's good to see Gero Katua coming back into midfield. a position that he actually more enjoys other than left back, but as a natural left back, and with a very aggressive nature to him, he can play left back, but he's very special when he is in midfield. Here now is Dwayne Kinder for Gustav Image Isak. Katua taking the ball off of Giovanni Kanina. Awilo almost chipping it over Asha Uzenga, who came in with a sliding challenge. And that's interesting. The ball might have gone to Stars. It's still a throw-in for Tigers. Still 1-0. About 10, 11 minutes left in normal time. Oh, good turn from the substitute. It's in the area. And very good from Marvin Kasitura to come and collect. And Vin, definitely you guys want me to interview Maharero after the game. I'm just seeing a comment from Vinani saying that please leave Maharero alone. He doesn't like English, but yeah, we do speak. He's a very quiet man, a reserved player. But in this game, he's done well. Kambanda with that header, finding Katua. Oh, that's the midfield play that you want to see Ngero Katua get involved in. He just knows what to do. And when he's in midfield, his aggression comes slightly down. And then the football brilliance can be on display. Garuka back to his keeper. Maharero. Oh, a little bit of a bad pass there, making it a little bit awkward. And yeah, maybe just doing the right thing by just going out, but made it a little bit difficult for himself. Here now his Image. Katua. That was a good tackle. And he's rolling on the ground and wins a free kick. Coach Bob Mafoso, even though the team is winning, he's still demanding for his players to stay focused. A wasteful ball there from Garuka. And if you're Tigers, you're maybe just still looking at this game with 10 minutes left. Now, in fact, maybe 8 minutes, of course, 10 minutes with additional time. That last 5 minutes of this game will be a little bit nervy for the Red Army. But the last time we doubted the scoreline, Willie Stefanus came and scored against FC Ongos. Who will be that guy? Here's Image. Good football from him. Baggio finding Ameb. And the smaller Ameb player up against Garuka. It's a battle that he won't be able to win. Coach Bob Mafoso just having words with Edmund Kambanda at left back, instructing him to perhaps change play. Bakonja committing that foul. That's interesting. Rookie, you want me to tell Coach Bob Mafoso to not play Ngero Katua in the midfield position, not left back. So which one is it? Is Ngero Katua better at center midfield or left back? That free kick is interesting. It's in the air. And Kasetura just doing enough to get his palms on the ball. what it would have been if there was an equalizer there. So let us know what you believe Gero Katua's best position is. Is it left back or centre back? Or, sorry, left back or central midfield? Just remember, he won 3 man of the match performances in a row in that midfield position. Garuka over the top for Bakonja. He's up against Asha. He finds the wizard. Changing play, trying to find Jomo. KK, Rika, Kaninab, Stiga, our captain, comes into the fray. And that pass from Awilo, not good enough. Oh, great control there from a centre back, Vitapin Garuka. Stiga, Willie Stefanus. Oh, good pass from him to find Rika. Going wide to Jomo Chiveta. And that ball, you could see he was trying to find Bakonja in the center of the box. And it was Wellington Chiboni making the all-important, what you would call in rugby, a try-saving tackle. As definitely Bakonja would have maybe slotted it. Only the second corner for African Stars in this second half. Oh, yes. So Ruki and both innocent, saying that Katua is better at midfield or in that midfield position. I agree. And Malka just saying that Jomo should play in the center as a striker. He hasn't played that position. He is, in fact, right now in that position. Makonja is on the right and Willie Stefanus is on the left. And the referee is coming over to Willie Stefanus, or in fact coming over to the fourth official, just to have some word. The referee is actually having... This is very interesting. The referee is having words with the team manager about a ball that is gone missing. There is supposed to be 4 balls that should be available to the game of play. And there's one ball that apparently African Stars have been hoarding or just keeping to themselves. So obviously there will not be any harsh penalties or sanctions. Oh, there's a yellow card. There will be a yellow card for the medic, Alfredo. And now it's turned into a red card. Alfredo should not be doing anything here. He needs to be taken away. And although it is a good weekend for African Stars in terms of the results, we don't want to see things like this. And assistant coach, Coach Benny, also having his say there. The referee still having words with the match official. Willie Stefanus is always loves these conversations, adding some flair. And Coach Bob Mafoso there still opening his arms and saying, what else must we do? We've given all the balls. Coach V, fitness Coach V, with her board, just taking notes of what has happened. Woof! Action. Action, action, action. And that's an interesting note, as both teams need to make sure that if you are the home team, You need to have all the protocols, or adhere to all the protocols and procedures. But a good spot from the referee, I won't lie, for him to count all the balls and say that maybe one or two were unavailable. But the game continues with seconds, maybe 1 minute left in normal time. There might be a hefty amount of additional time. Garuka and KK are there. Here now is Image. Kinda puts the ball in. Rika. Bakonja is up against Asha, but back to his goalkeeper. Asha will just send it up front. Katua. Oh, a beautiful little chip to find Jomo Chuveta with the outside of his left foot. Ngero Katua. Jomo goes wide to Malane. Malane will put an educated cross into the box, trying to find Bakonja. Here's Katua now. Taken off of the ball, clearly. Image. Ha. He still has the trickery of his feet, Gustav Image. Kinda going to the back post. A small header from Pitsi Ameb doesn't come off for Tigers. Safely in the hands of Kasetura. And now Ngero Katua just trying to go down. And the referee coming over to Marvin Kasetura just to maybe change the ball, as Lukaku was, oh no, it's just a drop ball. Here's Image. Fouled off that ball, and there might be a yellow card here for Ngero Katua. That was naughty. No yellow card. He survives another day. Interesting moments in these closing stages. A lot of talk of Ngero Katua in the chat. One person saying Garuka should be man of the match. Let us know who should be man of the match for this game. There's a header, and safely in the hands of Lukaku. And Ruki, you are asking the right question. Why Ngero Katua is not, or Vitapi Garuka is not in the national team? I agree. Tigers finding their second win, and a beautiful chest to his goalkeeper there from Garuka. Ruki is saying that we are on the level of Liverpool. Good touch from Bakonja, but maybe having a good second half. Maybe he can find a shot. Asha with a good intervention. Kambanda just down the line, and that ball couldn't curl in for Awilo. Vicky, your scoreline is maybe the prediction of the evening. 1-0. It might just stay like this. Rika almost chipping it over to Jomo. Jomo as a substitute will keep on running. The ball's in the area. Garuka with that header up against Baggio. Katua clears. Anywhere will do now for African Stars. Oh, good pressure there from Jomo. He gets the ball back from Bakonja. Jomo Chiveta! The the Greek salad makes it 2-0 to African Stars. And that is the goal we have been waiting for. Darcy, an assist from Bakonja Chahikika. It was pressure from Jomo initially. And just as I said, he was running, giving pressure as a substitute. His energy as a substitute is very important. And his energy has given African Stars the 2-0 advantage. Rika has been substituted. He comes off for Gianluca Puxa. And now African Stars, a corner, and an unnecessary corner there given away from Maharero. But the game is surely done here. 2-0 against FC Ongos. And quite shortly, if this doesn't go in, 2-0 versus Tigers in this Tura derby. Oh, it's awkward. It's another corner. Kazetura with the punch. That's good. It's in the area. Kazetura with another punch, getting another round of applause from most of the women in the stadium. And yes, Jomo was offside there. Marvin Kasetura is a woman's man. Maharero with that clearance. Tigers giving their last amount of pressure. Image, he goes wide to Baggio. Vita Bingaruka, the roadblock. Fourth corner of the second half for Tigers. Taken from Nande, KK was there, but Gianluca is also a tall defender. Oh, Image. Oh, Image. Don't do that to them. Here's Baggio. Back post header, just going out wide. Garuka had a good game, it must be said as well. So the two centre backs, majority of you in the chat stating that the two centre backs, either Maharero or Garuka, should be named man of the match. We'll see. Stiga goes wide to Jomo. Maybe he can have one last run. Jomo Chiveta, he's fouled off the ball. Good run and a good free kick to win. We are smelling something here, and I do believe we might be smelling the Debmarine Premiership title. And we will be smelling full-time at the Independence Stadium. Wow, a very interesting game. First goal scored by Willie Stefanes at the 25th minute. And while it was tense throughout the game, not really tense, but a tense scoreline, 1-0. Jomo Chiveta got an assist from Bakonja to make it 2-0 and close off the game. So, in a very good weekend for African Stars, it has ended African Stars 2, Tigers FC 0. We will see you for the last 3 away games